The Logan MCV is a small estate car with a near unbeatable blend of practicality and affordability, but its interior feels cheap and it's not fun to drive. What's good? Incredibly well priced, huge boot, frugal diesel engine. What's not so good? Nasty interior plastics, noisy at speed, entry models are very basic. The Dacia Logan MCV is a cheap small estate car that has a huge boot and can be bought with an impressively frugal diesel engine. It's not the most comfortable family car on sale, but it's hard to argue with its bargain basement price tag and practical interior. It's not a particularly exciting car to look at, inside or out. Swathes of brittle black and gray plastic smother the Logan's cabin, and although it's as boring to look at as a Braille picture book, its hard materials feel like they'll withstand even the roughest treatment from kids. You'll be better off avoiding entry-level access models, they don't even come with a stereo. Mid-range ambience models have a few more creature comforts, but top-spec Laureate versions are the ones to go for. They sport a few softer trims in the cabin, come with a much more up-to-date 7-inch touchscreen infotainment system with satellite navigation and voice recognition as standard, and have air conditioning. Getting comfortable is a little tricky if you're anything but average height. Only range-topping versions come with height-adjustable seats and an adjustable steering wheel. You can't get the Logan MCV with lumbar support to reduce backache on long drives either, but there's loads of headroom in the front and space in the back is reasonably generous, too. 3 adults will just about fit, and there's plenty of space for kids to get comfortable. The Logan MCV's huge boot is what sets it apart from other cars in its price range. No other car that costs this little can carry as much stuff as the Logan MCV can in its practical, square load bay. It's very nearly as roomy as the capacious Skoda Octavia but costs around £10,000 less. The Dacia can carry 573 liters of luggage with the rear seats in place, enough space for multiple suitcases. Fold the back seats down in a handy two-way, 60/40, split, and it grows to a massive 1,518 liters, easily big enough to carry a bike without removing its wheels. You can get the Logan with a choice of 3 petrol engines and 1 diesel. Pick the 0.9-liter turbo petrol if you spend most time poodling around town. It's reasonably perky and will return around 45 miles per gallon. The 1.5-liter diesel is a better bet if you're often on the motorway or regularly carry heavy loads. It has more pulling power than the petrol but will still return around 65 miles per gallon. On rough roads you'll feel larger bumps through the Logan seats, and it's rather noisy at motorway speeds, so it's not a relaxing car for long trips. Thankfully, its big windows make it pretty easy to park or thread through tight city streets. The Dacia Logan MCV has a RRP range of £7,095 to £13,160. The price of a used Dacia Logan MCV on CarWow starts at £7,000. The Dacia Logan MCV looks after its driver and passengers very well, but what's most impressive is the huge boot. However, to be as comfortable as possible, avoid the less well-equipped basic models. I know these Dacias aren't the highest in quality, but seriously, how do they do it for the money? How can such a big car cost so little? The Logan MCV's interior feels solid, but it's pretty dull and lacks any real creature comforts.